And we're here ready for second half action. The red team versus the white team. It's wheelchair basketball presented by Hewlett-Packard. The red team leads 28-12 over the white team. Paul, it's been pretty rough going for the white team so far in this ball game.
They've just been unable to mount any kind of offense. I was hoping during half that we'd see them out getting a few extra shots filling the net, but unless they can find some touch, they're going to have a really hard time coming back in the second half.
Leading scorers so far for the red team, Anthony Pone leads the team with 10 points. Orlando Perez and Jeff DeLeon each have 6. For the white team, they only have 12 points, so not much to say in terms of leading scorers. Andre Shelby and Glenn McClary each have 4 points apiece. First thing the red team does, they lob it up to Pone, and he easily puts it in, just like that. Not even 9 seconds into the half, and they're still running that play to perfection. They were working on that play during halftime. They just parked Pone down on the low block. Perez was practicing how high he could lob those passes to him to where he could still catch it.
And White didn't come up with an answer how to keep him off the block.
Here's Shelby. He can't connect. Here comes the red team once again, looking to make it a 20-point lead. White team now trying to keep Pone off the block, not doing a good job of it because almost got a hand on it that time, but lost it out of bounds. Even when 2 defenders were over there to try to keep him off the low block, it's almost like Pone took the contact of their chairs connecting and then used that bounce off to get around him.
And whereas the contact made the defensive player slow down, Pone used it as a catapult to get him moving again.
So here's Andre Shelby. He is tied for the scoring lead for the white team with 4 points. Steve O'Brien puts it up from the baseline. He can't connect. Nothing is falling for the white team. Long, high outlet pass to Perez. He's got it all by himself. Nobody's going to catch him. Perez is easily going to take his time, parks himself underneath the basket, and hits the shot. Hey, why make it more difficult than you have to?
That combination of speed and size is going to be much to Red's benefit.
The white team just hasn't had an answer in those 2 categories this entire game. So that makes it a 20-point lead for the red team, 32-12. They lob it into O'Brien, and a foul going to be called on De Leon on the push-off. So let's see what the white team does here. Down by 20 points. They send in a couple of substitutions. Joseph Sapienza and Alan Lewis come in. Andre Shelby and Joanne Rodriguez will take a seat.
Now, the way Red's defense is set up in this zone and Pone's staying on the offside, I'd be looking for a quick inbound to the post players for White, and they can actually be using a size advantage here.
Let's see what happens. Here's Glenn McClary. He's got it next to the key, puts up a shot and drains it. That might be what the white team needs to make a comeback. Glenn McClary was their hot hand last night. He needs to get going here in the second half. Here's Pone. He's going to take the ball up the floor. Good pass over to Harold Hack. Full head of steam. Throws it up. No good. Now the white team trying to string together a couple buckets to try to make a comeback. They trail by 18 points. McClary tried to get it down low to O'Brien, but it was De Leon who got a hand on it to poke it away.
May have telegraphed that pass just a little too much.
Here comes Perez. McClary quickly over there to try to pick him up. Offensive foul going to be called. We go back the other way. And 3 players from the white team over there to help Perez back up. But a good defensive stand that time by the white team. They're able to draw the offensive foul and again have an opportunity to try to trim into this lead. Let's see what kind of adjustments they've made for this second half of action.
Well, once again, they have McClary with a good height matchup if they can find him.
And they do. McClary takes his time, puts up a shot. That one doesn't go. In and out. Tough break. It was a good look at the shot, but just doesn't get it to fall. Foul going to be whistled that time away from the ball. Looks like they're calling it on Joe Sapienza.
Be interesting to see if White can make a conscious effort to keep going back to that. That might give them an opportunity to mount a comeback.
Well, McClary had a good look that last time at the shot, just didn't get it to fall. They lob it into Pone. Easy opportunity that time, and there's no way you can stop it. Anthony Pone once again with the bucket inside.
So right now they've got to close out on that guard on Perez so that that lob pass isn't so easy to make, because as you say, they're not stopping Pone in the paint.
Larry Foster trying to direct traffic as the ball handler. Gets it over to Steve O'Brien. He launches a shot, but that one is no good. Rebound to the floor. Foster fighting for it. O'Brien's there as well. Going towards the sideline, out of bounds. And it's going to go to the red team. Boy, and you can tell just how early these defensive players are trying to stop Anthony Pone.
Okay, now he has position. White's got to make the adjustment and get on the guard. Don't let that pass be made. Unfortunately, they're dropping back because they're worried about Pone's presence.
They lob it up. McClary got a hand on it and pokes it away. Good defense that time by the white team. Here's Alan Lewis. He controls. Looking to throw it up court. Finds Steve O'Brien. O'Brien heading to the hoop. Pone's on his tail. Puts it up. No good. Tough break that time. It was an opportunity just like the white team wanted, but they couldn't convert. The lead still stands at 20.
The big man's presence, I think, made him short arm it a little bit.
De Leon tried to pass that one inside to Colson. But that one was poked away and out of bounds. The white team will keep, or excuse me, the red team will keep it here. Here's Perez, puts up a shot from the baseline, way long, and Foster tracks it down in the corner. Behind the back pass, gets away from him, and Perez controls. Tries to throw it over the back of his head to Pone, but McClary was right there to knock it away. McClary saw that one coming. Bodies and chairs collide over at midcourt. That ball goes out of bounds. Foul going to be called on Perez, I believe. So the white team will have it with 15:23 remaining in the second half. They trail by 20 points, 34-14.
Let's see if they go back to the block on the opposite side of Pone. They were having some success at least getting a shot off with that strategy.
Willie Harvey and Andre Shelby back into the game for the white team as Sapienza and O'Brien take a seat. So here's Glenn McClary. He had a shot a few moments ago. They dump it inside to Shelby. Quick shot, doesn't drop. Another missed opportunity for the white team, and the red team is out in transition. Hack and Perez, only Foster is back. The pass is flipped over to Hack, puts it up, rims out, grabs his own offensive board, but loses the ball. That one touches Willie Harvey last and out of bounds. So Hack will inbound, throws it up top to Jeff De Leon. Here's Perez going straight to the basket. No one's there to stop him, and he easily puts it in. All that attention was being paid to Anthony Pone. Perez decides to take it himself. It's now a 22-point lead, 36-14. Foster flips over to the baseline, leaves it for Shelby. Turns, takes his time, throws it up, no good. Rebound tipped, and there's Perez. He's got a lot of speed. He's trying to get going on transition. McClary is there to stop him. They throw it over to Hack. Hack now, back to Perez. Puts it up and got it. Back and forth action between Perez and Hack. Perez eventually scores. 24-point lead for the red team. They now lead 38-14. Nothing is going right for the white team. They got a shot early from Glenn McClary, but have been quiet since then. Here's Harvey, finds himself all alone there next to the key, but his shot can't go. Another good outlet pass. Perez leaves it for Hack. Hack going to the basket. McClary's right there. Shot up, foul going to be called. So McClary did a good job of getting back in transition on defense. Ends up committing the foul though. And Hack will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, with that position that McClary had, probably would have been best just to put his hand up and hopefully worry the shot.
So Harold Hack, an Army veteran from Whitewater, Wisconsin, at the line for a pair of free throws as he misses on the first attempt. Hack has competed for 12 years at the National Veterans Wheelchair Games. This year, in addition to basketball, he's competing in 9-ball, bowling, table tennis, and softball. So we're going to see a lot of him throughout the week. Frederick Colson comes out. George Norton back in for the red team. Joanne Rodriguez also checks in for the white team. Another substitution for the red team. Douglas Moore comes back in as Harold Hack takes a seat after that made free throw. (39-14) is our score. A little over 13 minutes remaining in the second half. The white team desperately needs to mount a comeback, but they need to get something going on offense. Here's McClary. Fires up the shot off the back iron. Rodriguez keeps it alive though. Willie Harvey's going for it. Loose ball. Foster and McClary come over. It's McClary who controls. Foster's trying to get something going. Tries to lob it over to Rodriguez, but those long arms of Anthony Pone are right there. Long outlet pass. Perez controls. He's going to the basket. Foster is there. Puts it up. Got it, and the foul! Larry Foster tried to recover on defense, but ended up bumping Perez, who hits the shot. He's going to go to the free throw line, and he is pumped. This game is quickly becoming a runaway. 41-14 is our score, with 13 minutes remaining as Perez misses at free throw. Ball goes out of bounds to the white team. Still a lot of time left in this ball game, but the white team needs to start hitting shots if they want to try to make a comeback. They've been very quiet. Only 2 points so far in this second half. They swing it out top. Shelby now has to try to chase it down. Perez is going for it. He goes down hard. And the foul will be called, I believe, on Shelby.
White team has just not been able to find any semblance of an offensive rhythm.
Nothing has been dropping for them. Glenn McClary hit the only shot of the second half for the white team. That was very early on. As Douglas Moore with the basketball, taking his time, tries to lob it into Pone. He's got it. He's got an arm on him. That was Willie Harvey committing the foul. And Pone will go to the free throw line yet again. Good look there from Douglas Moore. He took his time making sure that Pone was in a good spot. It's going to result in a couple of free throws. I gotta say, this is not the same white team that we saw in the debut of wheelchair basketball in last night's game. They cruised to an easy victory over the Royal team in that one and looked very good doing it. In this one, though, it's just been the exact opposite. Only 14 points so far, 2 of them coming here in the second half, as Pone knocks down the first of 2 free throws.
I'm not sure who White is going to look to get their offense ignited, but I certainly hope it someone found soon.
That free throw is off. 42-14 is our score. White team is running out of time in this one. Here's Joanne Rodriguez, puts up the shot off the side of the backboard, gets a second attempt though, and that one doesn't go in. Another long outlet pass. They've been doing this all second half. This time though, Perez holds up. Gives it up to Norton, who gives it up over to Douglas Moore. He can't convert. Oh, but Rodriguez is whistled for going out of bounds as she tries to corral the rebound. Another tough break for the white team. Nothing is going their way. Jeff DeLeon takes his time. He can't convert. Willie Harvey with the rebound. Larry Foster's been very quiet in this one. He gets the ball stripped by Perez. Red team trying to make it a 30-point lead. Here's Norton. Waiting for a moment, now gets the shot he wants and hits it. Nice screen from Douglas Moore that time down low. So a 30-point lead for the red team, 44-14, and there's still 11 minutes remaining in this second half. I'm not sure if they've got a mercy rule at the National Veterans Wheelchair Games, but if this continues, they might have to institute one. Shelby gives it back up to Foster. He launches a shot with Pone right in his face. That one goes out of bounds, and the red team will get it back.
That's what they've got to keep doing is, I like the fact that they fired that shot up fairly quickly in the offense, because when you're cold like this, only one way to snap out of it, and that's to just keep firing away.
Again, the white team has only scored 2 points so far in this second half. Pone gets it inside, foul whistled before the shot. So red team will take it out underneath the basket.
Pone was trying to convince him that he was in the act of shooting, and of course anytime he's in the paint, one could argue he is in the act of shooting.
So Moore inbounds it to Perez. Fires up a shot from the baseline. Swish. Orlando Perez is pumped out there, and why not? His team leads by 32 points.
With that 32-point lead, the rim seems to look a little bit bigger. It's nice to be able to shoot in that kind of situation.
Whereas for the white team, it's like there's a lid on the rim out down there. Shelby fires a shot of his own. Air ball. Here comes the red team in transition, trying to get things going. They have numbers 3-on-1. Moore looks like he's going to take it himself. No, gives it off to Pone. He puts it up and in.
All set up by that back pick that Perez had set at the top of the key, turned it into a 3-on-none break.
Pushes the score to 48-14. Again, the white team has only hit one bucket this entire second half. Shelby, free throw line shot off the side of the rim. Well, they're getting their shots up, but just nothing is falling for them. They can't snap out of that funk.
But I'm encouraged by the fact that they are firing it up pretty quickly. When you've got that kind of lead to try to dig into, that's the only way to do it.
They were looking inside to Pone that time. He wasn't paying attention, more concerned with trying to get position down there. Ball goes out of bounds. Couple of substitutions in. Bennett and Lewis in for the white team. Liddy and Trenton in for the red team. Pone is going to take a seat for the red team, as is Orlando Perez. They've done a lot of work tonight. I think they're going to get a good rest. Harold Hack also back in as George Norton takes a seat for the red team.
Yeah. Taking Perez and Pone out might be Red's answer for that mercy rule you were talking about.
48-14 is the score. No sense in running it up even further. Shelby to Lewis, fires a shot, got it! Just the second field goal of the second half for the white team. They needed those a lot earlier. Still a 32-point lead. Here's Moore. Gets a screen from Trent on the baseline. Tries to whip it along the baseline. The ball is poked away, intercepted by McClary. Joanne Rodriguez gains control. Here's Lewis. He's going to try to take it himself. Pulls up, throws inside to McClary. He can't hit it. Nice play that time. McClary had a look at it, but just couldn't get it to fall. Red team throws ahead to Harold Hack. Puts it up. Hard foul that time. Joanne Rodriguez clipped the back of Harold Hack's chair. She went down hard.
She ended up getting the worst of it.
Volunteers and officials out there to try to help Rodriguez back up. Boy, that was a pretty nasty collision down there. Rodriguez was coming from behind. Hard collision with the left tire of Harold Hack's chair. But she's okay.
Coming from behind, it's impossible to make that block, but sometimes I think when you're facing a 32-point mountain, you're just trying to do a little bit more than is possible.
Got to give the white team credit. Even despite this huge lead, they're still not giving up. So Harold Hack will go to the free throw line for a pair. Our score right now, 48-16, just under 8 minutes remaining. And the first free throw rims home. Second attempt. Not able to drop. Rebound going towards the corner. Hack is there, but it's McClary who comes up with it. You're watching Wheelchair Basketball on xable.com. The white team versus the red team, presented by Invacare Corporation. Shelby swings it over to McClary. Now back to Shelby, puts it up, off the rim. McClary is right there. He's stretched out to grab that rebound. Spins around, throws it up, no!
And the drought continues for White.
Still only 2 field goals this entire second half. Alan Lewis with the steal. Off the back of Bennett's head. He couldn't turn around in time to receive that pass. They throw it up court. That's Douglas Moore who's controlling right now. Hack over to Liddy, puts it up and rattles home.
Good ball moving by Red to make that shot possible. (51-16) is our score right now. Good pass inside to a cutting backdoor Andre Shelby. He can't hit it. Second attempt doesn't go. Grabbed his own offensive rebound for a moment, but De Leon blocked him from behind. Long outlet pass. Here comes Harold Hack trying to chase it down. McClary's there with him. Hack can't control, so he's going to swing back out and reset. De Leon gets a good pick from Liddy. Passes it out to Moore. He gets his shot blocked out of bounds, so the red team will keep it. Boy, that last possession for White, just indicative of the afternoon. Good play, just could not get the finish.
It was a great backdoor cut from Andre Shelby, too. Just couldn't convert. So the white team will inbound, trailing 51-16. .6:19 remaining in this ball game. Probably must feel like an eternity for the white team right now. Hack lobs it up. That's Trenton with the ball. Gives it up to Moore. He fires a shot from the baseline off the front of the rim. Here's Glenn McClary. He had 17 points in last night's game, but has been very quiet so far tonight. 6 points so far for him today.
And another turnover for white team.
McClary goes down hard in the corner, jostling with Jeff De Leon for position. For the red team, they send out a lineup of Trenton, Hack, Moore, Liddy, and De Leon. For the white team, it's Lewis, McClary, Bennett, Rodriguez, and Shelby. Substitution coming in. Frederick Colson coming in for the red team, replacing Douglas Moore. So the red team inbounds to Colson. They're going to try to go up the floor. Liddy trying to chase that one down. Shelby cuts him off. That one goes out of bounds. Good defense that time from Andre Shelby.
And White's gone to a press and maybe hopes of shaking some loose from their offense.
They just need to get some sort of momentum going, carry over into their next game after this one. Good pass inside to Rodriguez. She can't hit the shot. Rebound controlled by Hack. Long outlet pass. That's De Leon with it. Met in the corner by Rodriguez. He falls down. Traveling going to be called. It's a little bit of incidental contact that time in the referee's eyes.
That's a tough call too. You get a little bit high centered there. You know you're going to go over. Just wasn't able to find a teammate quick enough to release the ball to.
So the white team gets it back. 51-16 is our score with 5:15 remaining in this ball game. So Rodriguez going to try to get something going, lobs it in to McClary, and he banks it home.
So does that make it 3 made baskets this half?
It's only been 3 made baskets this entire half. 2 of them have come from Glenn McClary. This is the second half they're going to want to forget. Trenton thought about a shot, now decides to take it. 3-second violation called that time, so we're going to go the other way. So here's Bennett bringing the ball up the floor for the white team. Shelby takes his time, launches it, rims out. Hard fall that time from Joanne Rodriguez.
She certainly hasn't let the score differential cut back on her energy at all.
She's still playing hard. She was going pretty quickly through the lane that time, trying to get to that loose ball. She's taken a couple nasty spills in this one, but she's been okay. She's toughed through it. So with 4:14 remaining, the red team leads 51-18. White team trying to get back in transition on defense. Here's Harold Hack, banks it home. On the move that time. There's Bennett, just rims off. Boy, that has been the story this entire second half.
Indeed it has.
White team has had some good looks. Seemed to be going halfway down that basket before just rimming out.
It's funny how shots like that can seem to become contagious.
So Harold Hack will head back to the free throw line with his team leading 53-18. He's going to go there for the 1-and-1. Substitution into the ballgame.